Hey, how's it going, everyone? Hopefully, you having a good day and stuff. Once again, we are here to continue on the journey of becoming a good copper pilot in an Arma Reforger. So today, what we're gonna learn is and improve on um, going from one place to another. So without getting lost, there's a couple of things that we got to go through. So just like in real life, when you're flying, you have a checklist. So turn on the engine. Like I said before, wait for everything to get into green. Check out fuel. We're gonna wait for things to spool up. So today we're gonna actually plot courses and go to different military bases. So right now we are facing true north. So that would be 000. So we know that we are here because the runways are on this particular base, so that's how you know where you are. Now, I guess we could practice flying to okay, this base. So in general, where you go from one place to another, you want to always make sure that there's a gas station. For this specific example, like this is mainly gas for land-based vehicles, but we're just gonna use this as practice today because I will actually have to create the helipads, but that would be for another time. So this is mainly just to practice going from one place to another. So we know that we are facing 000 degrees, and I want to get to here. So the first thing I'm going to do is begin plotting my course. So this is just going to be in general. So I know that I am here, and I want to get to here. Cool. That's step number one. Step number two, we're got the good old protractor. Do I like where this is settled? Okay, as you can see right here, true north can either be known as 360 or 000. So we're just gonna follow the line. So we're gonna need a heading of 060. And it'll bring us here. So next thing we're gonna do is, in real life, I actually have a notebook and everything, so we know we have to be at the heading of 060, and to come back to the airport, because how math works, everything is based upon a 360-degree compass. So you'll just take 60 and add 180, so we know that we have to come back on a 240 heading. You do this because in an actual live server, you never know if there's going to be enemies at the other base. You just simply don't know these things. So yeah, we're just going to call where we're at right now Base A. I'm making this up. And we're going towards Malari Whoopi Base B. Alright. So, same thing as before. Check everything's in here. Cool. Keeping it take off. Try to get a heading of 060. I can improve on the takeoff. There we go. For example, right now, Copper Street. Check out the map. We know that there's going to be a main road and a sea that's going to be out in the distance. So once we start seeing that, we know that we're going to start coming in for a landing. Got to keep 060. Trying to get some speed. Whatever. Everything takes time and practice and patience. So try to keep that heading. So we can talk about the things that, future goals in this game. So future goals of mine in this game is to become a medvac pilot. So I may start making other videos about how, I'll be a medic on the field. Basically playing like this more of a supportive role in this game while trying to help out the troops. So we see that we are at this base. Like we practiced before, gonna bleed some speed because we are currently doing 60 knots now. So now that we are 40, gonna raise my copter up. We're now 20 knots, and I can begin looking for a spot to land. Okay, so for future videos, this is, I'll know to make helipads. So we're going to continue our descent. We're going to land on that gray field to my 240. Like I said before, this is a non-combat zone for this example, so we can gradually come in for our landing. Cool. People will unload, do whatever they gotta do, and this is why we took notes from before. I'm simply gonna look at my notebook in real life. I know I have to make a heading for 240 to return back to the original base we were at. So this is expedite things and make things quicker. Then try to gain some speed. Keep it heading at 240. And some of you might be wondering, how do I come up with these lessons for myself? I don't know. This is natural. These things I just come up with. A lot of it is IRL stuff, and just putting two and two together and playing all this Battlefield 6 and Battlefield 3. So it's like I was saying before, yeah, medevac pilot stuff. Yeah, that's what I want to do in this game. Transport troops from one spot to another, rescue people, get them back to base, heal them up. In the actual match, you will have co-pilots, and you and him would take turns actually flying the copter, so both of you get the practice out of it, and honestly, so both of you can get a break, because there is such a thing as pilot fatigue, where you're staring at your instruments with the back and forth between outside the copter, general stuff like that. Next time, we'll start practicing giving radio transmissions, because as I'm approaching the base, I would say something like friendly helicopter coming in from the south direction, coming in for a landing, because unlike other games, it is harder for to identify if it's a friendly or an enemy. Where you're coming in to a base, you should be announcing yourself. So, after you come in, you got under 20 knots for a button smooth landing once again. Alright. Turn off this helicopter, and that's it for this video.